An Atlanta, Georgia woman's story about her whirlwind marriage to a man has gone viral on social media. The woman, who goes by the handle Risa Tisa, posted an epic 8-hour-long story. It's called "Who the Bleep Did I Marry?" It is broken up into 50 parts. It tells the story of her meeting, dating, marrying, and then divorcing a man she calls a pathological liar. The woman weaves a tale of delusion and deception, gripping the attention of millions of TikTok users. Yeah, it's gone viral, as we noted. Many are saying it's a lesson in ignoring red flags. And for more on this, we are joined by registered social worker and psychotherapist Megan Rayfuse. She's also the CEO and co-founder of Shift Collab online mental health practice. Megan, thanks so much for joining us to talk about this. What a story.
Totally. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm the first to admit I've watched all 50 now.
Have
and
you?
I totally appreciate why this story has become a viral phenomenon.
Okay, so let me get into it, because there are a lot of people who may not know what this is about. So this woman tells the story of her relationship with a man who lies about everything: his job, his money, his family, everything. It is long, but it is catchy. She posted these videos on TikTok. It's almost like a good book that you just can't put down. Can you describe to people what you're hearing and listening to when you hear about her story?
Totally. So one of the main things that I'm hearing is this idea of, what does it even mean to be a pathological liar? So first things first, I want to acknowledge and normalize that lying is just a part of being human. All of us have told a white lie or a small lie, whether to protect ourselves or to protect someone else. So we've all been at dinner. Our mom made us this great spread. We said, Mom, this is delicious, when maybe we really didn't feel that way. The difference when it comes to typical lying and pathological lying is that pathological lying tends to be compulsive. It tends to show up really frequently, and it presents as though the liar in the situation can't stop lying, even though they may have been found out or caught. And so a lot of this discussion is really centering around the idea of what it means to be a pathological liar, and then what does it mean to be in a relationship with a pathological liar?
So what do you think it is about Tisa's story and her content that is so relatable? Because people just can't stop watching.
Right. So her story is so compelling. She is a prolific storyteller. And really, there's two reasons why I think we're all captivated. So number one is she's pulling us in with these vivid details of all of the lies and stories and manipulations that her ex-husband has done to her. And so we're hearing all these stories where, she's raising the fact that, in my gut, something felt off. However, I didn't really trust myself. And so for a lot of people, even if we haven't been in a relationship where, the deceit has been so elaborate, we may really be able to identify with the idea that, I've been in a relationship, or I felt this in my romantic relationships or friendships, or I'm in this right now, where there's something in my gut telling me that something is off. And I'm not necessarily trusting that, or I'm justifying, reasons to not really trust my gut. So Risa Tisa says, I kept having these ideas like, maybe this isn't really happening, but, I've never been in a relationship with a man like this. So it must just be that I'm just not used to dating men like him.
Right.
And I think for so many of us, we justify those situations.
Absolutely. I just stepping in here to say, I really want to get to this last question, because I think you'll have a lot to say about it. How do you know if you're in a relationship with someone who is a pathological liar or friends with one?
Totally. So, one thing I say is, if you find yourself isolating in your relationship, you're having a really tough time, identifying your reality. So, my reality tells me this, but the other person in the relationship is telling me something else, and it's just not adding up. I want you to look for those flags. I want you to look for love bombing, someone making you feel really special at the beginning, or gaslighting you and questioning your reality. If you find yourself isolating, I always say, seek support. there is no shame in getting support, especially therapy, in managing these feelings as they come up in relationships and helping you to identify, what is something that I'm willing to work through or manage in the relationship, and what is something that is really a deal breaker for me and I need to set a boundary around that.
Right.
At Shift Collab, we have a team of therapists all across Canada who support clients living with these challenges every single day. And I know that this conversation is only happening more and more thanks to Risa Tisa and allowing more of us to say, you know what, maybe I should trust my gut about what I'm feeling right now and stop doubting myself and what I need.
Always got to go with the gut. This has been so insightful. Megan Rafuse, psychotherapist. Thank you for this. We appreciate it.
Thank you.